All right, it's almost time for roller derby. The skaters are restless. For Utah Roller Derby, I am Lulu Guru, and I will be announcing this game along with my co-announcer, Kumar.
Hello. We're ready for some scintillating derby action.
Just waiting for the arrival of those folks in black and white. All right, make some noise if you're excited for some roller derby. Try that again. Make some noise if you are excited for roller derby. All right, it sounds like we can start a game now.
The anticipation is killing me. Here we go.
And we are off. Up first, we've got Zen wearing the star for Wasatch. Sugar Rush out there jamming for the Bombers. Zen off the line first and the lead jammer. Meanwhile, Sugar Rush caught up in that knot of a Wasatch red, trying to find a way through. Meanwhile, the Bombers pivot, heading to the penalty box. Or not. Back out of the penalty box. Zen finds space on the outside, breaks through again. Another 4 points for Wasatch.
Zen is slicing right through the crowd like butter. Big hit.
Zen on yet another trip through. And that's the end of the first jam. Very big 28-point jam for Wasatch. Wasatch with first blood.
Got a timeout.
Jinx wearing the star for the Bombers, but Roll Arena picks up lead jammer for Wasatch. Roll Arena does a little pirouette, breaks through another time. Another 4 points for Wasatch. Jinx gets recycled.
Acid Rain with a nifty move.
Roll Arena just slides right through there on the apex. Right on the inside. Another 4 points for Wasatch. Sugar Rush off the line for the Bombers. Fast Phantom wearing the star for Wasatch.
Fast Phantom breaks through.
Sugar Rush gets recycled by number 101. That's Bad Cop. Another 4 points for Wasatch. Fast Phantom. Oh, he might have an injury there, but that skater just bounced back up. An official timeout called. Take this time to thank our sponsors, including the Pie Pizzeria. They are widely considered some of the best pizza in Utah. I personally love the smoked oyster pizza, which I know sounds weird, but is really good. Pie Pizzeria, pizza, salads, all kinds of cool stuff.
Other sponsors are 187 Killer Pads, Derby Warehouse, Dick's Sporting Goods. All sponsors here at the Derby Depot.
Yeah, Dick's Sporting Goods gave them the Junior Rollers, Wasatch Junior Roller Derby a big, like, monetary award of some sort.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How very generous.
Very. Skaters off the line. We've got Acid Rain skating with the star for Wasatch. V wearing the star out there for the Bombers. Acid Rain, the lead jammer. Already had one scoring pass, 4 points. Mullet recycling, Acid Rain. Acid Rain getting recycled yet again. For the uninitiated, if a skater gets knocked out, the person who knocked that skater out can go back, and that skater has to come in behind that skater who knocked him out. And so we call it recycling. And another 4 points for Wasatch. Fantastic Mr. Fox now wearing the star. Successful star pass, but fantastic Mr. Fox, I do not think picked up any points. Wearing the star for Wasatch, it's Zen, number 024. 167 Jinx out there jamming for the Bombers. Both jammers getting sent out and recycled. Jinx finds an opening on the inside. Lead jammer. Zen.
It's like they're attempting a star pass. And the star pass is successful.
Lithium now wearing the star, but the jam gets called off. All right, go now. Off me. Looks like we're in an official review. And as you may know, we are looking for our new home. We are losing this space at the end of June. So if you happen to have the inside track on a cool big warehouse space that could possibly host roller derby, contact one of your local league volunteers. Grab somebody between games and say, hey, I know a place. We do have a BSR home team game on March 28th, and that same weekend, Wasatch Junior Roller Derby will be at the Fontana Tournament in Fontana, California. I didn't know earlier where Fontana is, and now I do. So if you're addicted to roller derby, you can check out one of those games.
I've also just learned where Fontana is.
Ah, yeah. Originally, I thought it was a typo. I thought maybe it was in Montana, but no, it was in Fontana. Apparently somebody cut the track. It was questioned. It was retained. I do not have enough eyes to see all of the things that happen on this track. It would be kind of cool to be like a, biblical angel and just have like thousands of eyes so we can see everything happening out there. Not happening. I don't know who cut the track. Toeing the line, it's V for the Bombers. Looks like Zen has been starting this in the penalty box, so I'm guessing Zen may be the one who cut the track. V finds space on the inside to lead Jimmer. V. I do believe this is the first time the Bombers have had lead Jimmer this game.
V has run into a lot of opposition.
Crimson Slayer recycling V. Crimson Slayer and Bad Cop doing excellent defense out there as Zen comes out of the penalty box and becomes Jimmer, but I didn't catch if Zen was lead or not.
I believe that was V. She called it. They called it off.
Jamming for the first time this game, it's Doombringer, number 22 for the Bombers. Roller Arena out there jamming before Wasatch. Roller Arena finds the space through. Oh, Roller Arena heads to the penalty box. That makes this a power jam for the Bombers. Let's see what they can do with this.
Good opportunity for the Bombers.
Wasatch really pouring on the defense to keep Doombringer back. Fantastic. Mr. Fox doing the best to create a hole for Doombringer. However, Roller Radar is back out on the track and on a scoring run. Bad Cop recycling. Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Big hit. But that is not going to stop them.
Another 4 for Roll Arena. Fantastic. Mr. Fox is being knocked around out there. Lining up, we've got V for the Bombers. Fast Phantom off the line for Wasatch. Wasatch loses a member of the defense to the penalty box. But Fast Phantom picks up Late Jammer. Psychotic recycling Fast Phantom all the way back to the jam line. Bunch of people taking a rest up there at the apex, just rolling around on the floor. Pretty much no pack right now. Now it's reforming. Fast Phantom says boo, and they just let Fast Phantom through. Spooky. Ooh. I do believe Fast Phantom is heading to the penalty box for that. Low block, I believe. Went down to the knees and just plowed into another skater. Our friends in the stripes don't usually like that too much. Power jam for V. V getting the assist from Psychotic, but doesn't make it through yet. Timeout being requested. Looks like the Bombers requesting this timeout. About halfway through this first half. Check out our vendors. I saw some cool, like, laser cut, I think, earrings out there. Some candy, which is not something you eat, but rather something you wear. Colorful charms for the rave culture. And of course, pick up your t-shirt for this event. Right up there at the front.
You can also head on over to the snack bar. Get yourself a snack. You deserve it.
I'm not sure if the What the Cup truck is still outside. They were there when I got here, but I don't know if they're still out there. They had apparently some really nice, delicious, huge burritos. And coffee. And dirty Dr. Pepper. Because you can't come to Utah without having a dirty Dr. Pepper.
No.
Chemical X lining up for Wasatch. First time of this game.
Going up against Doombringer.
Chemical X finds an opening on the outside. Steps around that Bombers. Lee Jammer. Chemical X. Gonna make some Powerpuff Girls. Chemical X finds an opening on the inside right there at the apex in turn 1. 4 points. for Wasatch. Another space opens up for Chemical X. Star pass to Lithium, now jamming for the Bombers. Liz in Fear heads to the penalty box.
They're calling it off.
Zen off the line wearing the star for Wasatch. Going up against V, number 666. But Zen picks up a lead jammer. Wasatch just dominating the lead jammer roles this game.
Nice move by Zen.
Bomber pivot sitting in the box. Another 4 for Zen and Wasatch. Wasatch goes down on the knees but calls off the jam. Roll Arena, number 2319. Towing the line, off the line for Wasatch. Jinx jamming for the Bombers. Roll Arena, late jammer. And Jinx heads to the penalty box, making this a power jam. Wasatch on the power jam. Pick up a lot of points. Roll Arena, one of their strongest jammers out there from this game, at least. This could be... Look, Roll Arena calls off the jam. Fast Phantom power jam for Wasatch. Fast Phantom gets recycled. Picks up lead. Fast Phantom slides through, picks up 4, and calls off the jam. Bombers picking up 1. Wasatch with 4.
Got Loach versus V. Loach is taking lead jammer.
Oh, Loach almost finds that opening on the outside, but gets a hard hit by number 118. Sorry, 119. That's Liz in Fear. Four more points for Wasatch.
Up next, we've got Jinx versus Rollerina.
Jammer's off the line. Jinx pushing up at the front. Rollerina getting recycled by Sugar Rush. Jinx makes it through. Lead jammer, Jinx. Rollerina hot on Jinx's heels. Both jammers picking up 4 points. Jinx gets recycled way back, like half the ring. And Jinx calls off the jam.
Bombers are able to put a few points on the board. Still a sizable lead by Wasatch.
They did, but I believe that Bombers are going to start with their jammer in the penalty box. Looked like a track cutting call right there at the very end. Timeout called. Not sure who called it. Oh, it's an official timeout. Looks like they've got to review some things. I think sometimes the officials just need to take a break. Then jamming in this power jam for Wasatch. Oh, Zen almost finds an opening, but Psychotic recycles in all the way back to the jam line. And then does find the opening right there up at the apex, right on the inside. Makes it through. 4 points. And calls off the jam. That's what we call strategery. Now Wasatch calling for a timeout. Once again, a big thank you to our sponsors, including 187 Killer Pads. All those knee pads and elbow pads. Protect these joints, these delicate joints. Personally, I don't know how everybody doesn't have just busted knees all the time, and I guess that's a testament to how good those pads are.
It's the best advertisement you could have for them.
It's true.
The fact that these skaters can still skate.
About 5.5 minutes left in this half.
We've got Fast Phantom going up against V.
Fast Phantom looking for that running start.
The defense denies.
Bomber's doing an excellent job of keeping Fast Phantom back right now.
Indeed.
Fast Phantom is pushing, but not really accomplishing a whole lot. And just as I say that, Fast Phantom makes it through. Lead Hammer, Fast Phantom for Wasatch.
Fast Phantom must have heard you.
Well, maybe
Took
so.
it as a challenge.
Fast Phantom calls it off. Looks like nothing, leave nothing. No points scored.
Jinx and Loach facing off in this one. Bodies flying.
Then Jinx somehow makes it through that incredible blockade of Wasatch. Lead Hammer. Jinx. Jinx calls it off. Bomber's picking up 4 points. Nothing for Wasatch.
And it'll be V versus Zen.
Then performing some balletic moves there. Makes it through first, Lead Hammer. Zen. And Zen calls it off. No points. Timeout being requested. Like an official review being requested.
What might they be reviewing?
I don't know. Like I said, not enough eyes.
It's a secret. We'll find out later.
Most of the time, I never find out. Getting close to the halftime here. Please, if you need to use the restroom and you are a spectator, please allow the skaters and officials to go ahead of you on the inside bathrooms, or you can use the outside porta potty. The skaters and officials have a limited amount of time, so please let them go ahead of you. Do a shout out to our amazing scorekeeping crew right over here to my left. They are awesome and they keep track of who is jamming, how many points, the clock, all of that. So, huge thank you to the scorekeeping crew. And of course to the officials.
They do have extra eyes, I believe.
Sometimes. Most of the time I think they're blind, but you know. You could have lots of eyes and still be blind.
And we're getting ready to jump back into it. Jinx versus Roll Arena.
Roll Arena makes it through first, but is not lead. The chance for Jinx. Jinx is lead jammer. Jinx calls it off. But not before Roll Arena picks up 4.
Got V and Loach on this one.
Loach.
And Loach jumps out to the lead jammer position. Casually coasting around the track.
It does look like Wasatch is trying to run down the clock on this first half. Probably the last jam of this half.
We'll be seeing Jinx versus Bad Cop.
And Jinx makes it through. Lead jammer, Jinx. Both jammers picking up 4 points on that trip through.
No one is going anywhere. Oh. Bad Cop gets through.
Another 4 for Wasatch. Jinx cannot seem to catch a break. Wasatch tripod just keeping Jinx back. Psychotic recycling Bad Cop. Bad Cop finds a way through. Another 4 points. And that's the end of the jam. That's the end of the half. Wasatch picking up 12 more points. Bombers 8. Score at the halftime, 159 to 131. Wasatch in the lead. Once again, during this intermission, please let the skaters and officials use the bathrooms first. There's also a porta potty outside. Go check out What the Cup if you need some caffeine, if they're still out there, or a burrito. And we'll see you back here in about 15 minutes. So do you know the rule about the weight differentiation? So if there is a differentiation, point differentiation of more than a certain amount, I don't know how many of those points that is, and I think they just managed to keep it under that. They go into this like kind of like yeah, exactly. So that's why they were dragging their heels on that. It's because they didn't want it to go. Wasatch doesn't want it to go over. Yeah.
So what do they do with it?
So 1 minute jams, no lead jammer. I think that's it. Did they get enough to? So no sub scoring. No sub scoring. Okay.
They got water over there.
I'm sure. Yeah, back there. Grab some treats. Like I can't eat any of this stuff pretty much. So like if people don't eat it, then I'm just gonna leave it for the next game or whatever. some people can. We don't have good sound in here. Yeah, it's not just, I mean, it's other issues besides acoustics, but. Okay. Taking us off mute. And it's time to get back to the roller derby. Crimson Slayer jamming for Wasatch, going up against V for the Bombers. Crimson Slayer picking up lead jammer.
Takes a tumble. But right back up.
4 points for Crimson Slayer. And Fantastic Mr. Fox now taking the star for Bombers. Crimson Slayer calls off the jam before Fantastic Mr. Fox can pick up any points.
We're going to go with Zen and Doombringer next. Zen breaks out quickly.
Nice little aerial pirouette there by Zen.
Fantastic move, yes.
It just ducks right around to those Bombers' defense.
Making it look easy out there.
Zen calls off the jam. Got some very good bench coaching happening over here.
Roll Arena is going to go up against V.
That was a very quiet jam start whistle. I didn't even really quite hear it. Roll Arena breaks through first. Lead jammer, Roll Arena. Roll Arena calls it off. The good block by one of the Wasatch blockers, but unfortunately it took down the bomber right into Roll Arena and knocked Roll Arena out.
Unintended consequences.
It happens sometimes.
Fast Phantom versus Doombringer. Fast Phantom getting a running start.
Doombringer dealing with the tripod of Bad Cop and not sure who else is in that little lineup, but they are feisty. Fast Phantom is down, but not out. The bomber blockers have to let Fast Phantom through. They get too far away from the pack, they gotta just let the skater go. Fast Phantom calls it off. Jinx was trying for a helmet cover pass, but had some wardrobe malfunction there.
I think this is the first time we're seeing Brawly Pop versus V. Nifty moves.
Brawly Pop finds an opening on the outside. Niftily steps around the Bombers' defense. And Brawly Pop getting recycled by Psychotic. And Brawly Pop cuts the track and heads to the penalty box. That lets V treat this as a power jam.
That's a successful star pass.
Not yet. There we go. Now it's successful. Not really fully there until the helmet cover is on top of the helmet. It's one of the reasons why it's kind of a risky move. Because that pivot has to both get through, hold on to that helmet cover, get the helmet cover on. Can't drop the other helmet cover or the star. There's a lot to it.
So glad you're here to explain these things.
I personally can't even chew gum and walk at the same time. So how they do that stuff, I don't even know. I certainly can't skate. There's a reason why I'm an announcer. That's the end of the jam. 8 points for Wasatch. 4 for the Bombers.
And Zen's lining up against Doombringer.
There's off the line. Zen finds an opening on the outside. Narrowly misses Psychotic's booty block. And picks up lead jammer. Like a Sunday stroll. And 4 points. Zen is very fast out there.
Indeed. Swift. Swift and graceful.
What's something very interesting to me about the juniors game is that there's such an age range out there that you also get a huge range of sizes from very tall to very short.
Yes.
Like
all varieties.
You get these short skaters like skating twice as far.
Jinx and Roller Reina facing off. Jinx takes a tumble.
Rollerina getting recycled all the way back to the jam line.
Rollerina takes the lead.
Rollerina tries the apex leap, doesn't quite make it, gets recycled. Another one of those risky moves. And Rollerita is heading to the penalty box. Bombers have a power jam, but the jammer has to make it through that Wasatch blockade.
And they made it.
And Lithium now jamming. Lithium brings a lot of power out there. Definitely seen some excellent blocking and pushing by Lithium to make it through. Oh, Rollerita back on the track and with another 4 points. As Wasatch breaks the 200 mark. And the Bombers are requesting a timeout. Take this time to thank our sponsors, including the Pie Pizzeria. Best pizza in Utah. For all you people who've traveled here, it is not a bad place to go get pizza after the game.
Says they've been voted Utah's best pizza.
Many times.
They won the election.
Yep. I think that's what the City Weekly. Their
That's a reliable source.
Indeed, it is. Delicious pizza, amazing calzones.
They've got salad, too.
I have never had a salad at the Pie.
Me either.
I'm
I don't eat much salad anywhere, but I'm sure the ones at the Pie are good.
I'm sure they are.
Probably the best.
Yeah, and they've been supporting roller derby here in Salt Lake City since roller derby came to Salt Lake City.
Fantastic. We appreciate them.
Also, big thanks to 187 Killer Pads, Derby Warehouse, and of course, Dick's Sporting Goods. Fast Phantom breaks through first, running up on the tippy toes to get through. Lead jammer, Fast Phantom. Fantastic Mr. Fox recycling Fast Phantom a couple of times there. Looks like V heading to the penalty box, giving Wasatch a power jam. Fast Phantom out there jamming alone. Another 4 points.
They're going to call it off. Looks like we're going to see Stormy C jamming on this one. Going up against no one.
V, who's sitting in the penalty box right now.
V. He is still in the penalty box.
First time we've seen Stormy C jamming on this bout.
And off to a great start.
Stormy C finds an opening right through. Another 4 points for Wasatch. And another trip through for Stormy C. Looks like smooth sailing for Wasatch from here.
Big hit out there. Calling it off.
Wasatch requesting a timeout. So a little bit of update to the schedule. The 3:30 game is not going to be happening, but the 5:30 game is now going to be at 4:30. So after this game is over, please return here at 4:30 for the next game, which will be Denver versus Bombers. To let the Bombers rest up a bit after this, and then they'll be taking on Denver at 4:30. Please check out the vendors. There's some brightly colored jewelry candy. There's t-shirts. There's some colorful, I think they're like earrings and things like that. I didn't get a good look.
They are, yeah. It's
cool.
Wicked Little Clay Company. Check it out.
Thank you. Yeah, what else do
Top
they have?
quality stuff there.
What else do they have over there?
They've got earrings. I think it's mostly earrings, jewelry.
Cool. It was very sparkly. Always appreciate the vendors coming out.
Love giving the people something to buy.
Yep.
I believe you can also get t-shirts.
I noticed that Mob City has some t-shirts over there. I think they're shut down right now, but I'm sure they'll be back. And I think I saw some Cherry Bombs t-shirts as well. Oh, pick up some merch.
If you're a fan of those teams, you can rep them with a t-shirt.
Once again, big thank you to the leagues for traveling here to Salt Lake City. Mob City coming here from Everett, Washington. These folks, the Bombers, coming here from Spokane, Washington.
It's quite a journey.
Yeah, it is. Denver, of course, traveling from Denver. And of course, huge thank you to the officials, without whom, etc., etc. And all you fans, it's really great to have you here. I know a lot of you are here because your family members are skating, but it's still great to see people sitting out here watching roller derby. It's the best sport in the world.
Most definitely. Your support is appreciated.
I really can't think of any other sport that is so diverse that, you know,
that's true.
Has a diverse gender playing, has diversity in age, diversity in body types, and has excellent reasons for that, you know?
Roller derby is for everyone.
Except for me.
Well. All right, looks like we're getting back to the action with Zen and Fantastic Mr. Fox facing off.
Just about halfway through the second half. Looks like Fantastic Mr. Fox starting this jam in the penalty box. Zen picking up lead jammer.
And as we've seen all day, Zen taking the lead.
Well, Zen has an opportunity to pick up a lot of points here while Fantastic Mr. Fox is sitting on the penalty box. Zen just narrowly stepping around Virus. Virus tried to block Zen and just missed completely. Dimpinger.
Zen calls it off.
Dimpinger gets the helmet cover but doesn't get it on before Zen calls off the jam.
Beat him to it.
At the behest of the Wasatch bench coach. One of the things I really notice is that these teams that have really good, essentially listen to their bench coach, have really good discipline, they do really, really well.
Yeah.
And you really see the teamwork happening there.
Everyone working together. And we've got Echo, I believe, for the first time on the track in the lead jammer position.
Yeah, this is Echo's first jam of this game. Go taking a little spill right there at turn 1.
V is still fighting to get through. And they've done it.
Psychotic trying to make some space for V. And Echo calls off the jam after getting recycled by Psychotic. Wasatch picks up 7 points. That jam to 4 from the Bombers.
And in our next jam, we're going to have Fantastic Mr. Fox versus Roller Reina.
Roller Reina easily powers through that Bombers defense, picks up lead jammer. Everybody falls down. Roller Reina just hops on over, like jumping over a log. Roller Reina calls off the jam.
This jam, we've got Zen versus V. We've seen this matchup all day.
Lithium recycling Zen multiple times in a row.
Meanwhile, V is fighting hard to break through. Tough defense.
Liz and Fear also putting quite a bit of pain on Zen there, but Zen does break through first. Lead Jammer.
There goes Zen.
V just behind. Then pulling it off from the ground.
Smart move. Team's taking note of the score of 2-6-7.
Indeed.
Chemical X is going up against Sugar Rush.
Sugar Rush breaks through first. Lead Jammer, maybe? No? Not lead. The forearm. Heads to the penalty box. That gives Chemical X a power jam. The whole pack falls apart. The Bombers have to let Chemical X go through. Sugar Rush almost makes it across first turn, but gets knocked out into the infield. And Chemical X picks up another 4 points on that trip through. Sugar Rush played a little bit of defense there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looks like we might have an injury.
Give some love to Sugar Rush. I think Sugar Rush took a bit of a hard hit. Needs to go get checked out, but anytime they leave on their skates, that's always a good sign.
Yes. I believe that's going to be Crimson Slayer versus V.
Jammer's off the line as Crimson Slayer busts through first. Lead Jammer for Wasatch. Crimson Slayer tries that apex jump, does not make it, gets recycled by Psychotic.
Acrobatic, nevertheless.
Psychotic seems aptly named. A lot of hard hits a lot of people getting knocked out of bounds by Psychotic.
Yes.
Like it's probably like the 5th or 6th time I've said somebody was recycled by Psychotic. So yeah, excellent defense being played by that player. Crimson Slayer makes it through for 4. The player just picks up another 4 and calls off the jam. Wasatch requesting a timeout. About 7.5 minutes left in this half. And if you're having fun today, come back tomorrow for a whole bunch more roller derby.
All weekend. Make a weekend of it.
I'm really always blown away by the resilience of these players. Like, I would probably cry every time I fell over, personally.
I would be done quickly. Yes, they're very, very tough. All right, we're ready to go again with Zen and Jinx.
And looking for a way through that blockade of bummers and finds it. Lead jammer, Zen.
That took a lot of effort, but Zen breaks through.
Zen finds an opening on the outside. No, gets recycled. And Zen makes it through for 4. Then calls off the jam right before Jinx makes it to score. 4 for Wasatch, nothing for the Bombers.
And in this jam, we're going to have Roller Reina versus V.
Rollerina finds an opening on the inside, tiptoes right through those tulips, and lead jammer, Rollerina for Wasatch. Rollerina picks up 4. And another 4 for Rollerina and Wasatch.
Several players hitting the deck.
Rollerina calls it off. Mockingbird towing the line for the first time this bout.
Beautiful display of sportsmanship.
Always nice to see.
Jinx is fighting through Mockingbird.
Mockingbird
Breaks out in lead jam.
But found that opening on the inside and took advantage of it. Mockingbird calls off the jam after picking up 4. Once again, blocking out the Bombers.
Yeah, it's going to be Loach versus V.
Loach is pouring on the power.
Just powering through.
Loach picks up lead jammer. Now Loach is real pushy out there.
Cannot be stopped.
A lot of power. Oh, Loach does get sent out. Gets recycled a little bit. And Loach heads to the penalty box. Gives V a power jam. Love to Fantastic Mr. Fox. Took a pretty hard hit there.
I think that was from their own player.
Gonna go get checked out, I think. Maybe not.
We're going to have Fast Phantom versus Jinx.
Phantom looking for assist. Does not make it out first. No. Jinx, lead jammer for the Bombers. Jinx getting recycled. Fast Phantom picks up 4. Jinx calls it off.
Only about a minute left.
1, maybe 2 more jams left, probably.
Feline Feisty, I believe this is the first time we're seeing them jamming.
I think so.
Going up against V.
Camera's up the wide.
Oh.
Feline
Starts it off with a huge hit.
And Sugar Rush goes down again. Pretty hard.
Feline Feisty living up to the name. Very feisty.
Now that was a big hit. I think we got an official timeout. Yeah, they're gonna. Talk about this. Barrett gasps. Looks like they added 10 seconds back. I think. On the clock. Like the officials are just taking some time to have some chats, probably figuring out where the after party's gonna be, who's buying.
I hope they invite us.
Never invite me.
We're fun. All right, Liz in Fear versus Feline Feisty.
Think this is the first time as Liz in Fear
I believe so.
before? Okay.
I think it is.
Feeling feisty,
Oh.
looking for the opening. Keeps getting bounced around, but no. Feeling feisty gets recycled. Liz in Fear just hung up in that Wasatch tripod at the back.
It's blocked entirely. Feline Feisty showing off the power.
Feeling feisty breaks through. Lead jammer.
The bench is going crazy.
Oh, Feeling feisty just stepped right around the pack for easy points on that trip through.
Nice hustle out there by Doombringer.
Doombringer gets the star, but Feline feisty calls it, and that is the end of this game.
Gonna do it.
With a few seconds to get the official score. Coming up to the line. Give some love to these skaters. They've been playing their hearts out. Are you not entertained? Final score, Bombers 57, Wasatch 327. Let's make some noise for these skaters. Come on.
Give it up. Give it up for them. A lot of hard work and effort.
And we will see you back right here at 4:30 for the next game of this tournament. For Utah Roller Derby, I'm Lulu Guru.